What's up guys, PokePacksNPlays here, and today we have a new video. We're actually going to be looking at the Houndoom mill deck. So Houndoom has an attack called Melting Horn. Discard the top two cards of your opponent's deck. Now with 170 HP being pretty bulky and big, this makes it fairly difficult to knock out a Houndoom. Also, you're going to play Bunnelby, 3 Bunnelby, so you can also discard two cards off to your opponent's deck. And if you're running low on resources from being aggressive, you can just rototiller back things and make sure you never deck out. We play 4 Crushing Hammer just to slow your opponent down enough. And the theory of this deck is that your opponent starts with around 46 cards because they draw 7 and have 6 cards prized. If they play a Sycamore, that's around 35-ish cards after drawing and playing a couple cards. So in theory, your opponent has 8 to 12 turns to win if you discard 2 cards every turn. So they have around like 10 turns to beat you. And you're gonna make those turns shorter and shorter and shorter by making them have to dig for their resources. You're gonna use Crushing Hammer. You're gonna use 2 Enhanced Hammer, and to speed it up a little bit, you got 2 Trick Shovel. You also play cards like Headringer, just slowing down that process a little bit more time to give you all that time that you need to get them out of cards. I play 2 Team Aqua's base just because I can lacerate them out with an Aqua's base and a Headringer, and this makes them significantly slower. And in standard, there isn't very good retreat options, so this helps a lot. You play 1 Ace Trainer just because when your opponent is getting has a lot of resources in hand or whatever, you just want to get them all out of their hand and start milling them out. Even though you're putting more cards into the deck, it's still optimal. 2 Judge, so you can stump them early game from getting the resources they want and potentially make them draw dead. I play 4 Super Scoop Up just because they're gonna attack me once or twice on my Houndoom. They're gonna do a lot of damage. I'm only living with a little bit of HP left. I can Super Scoop Up, reset my life, and make sure that their prizes, like their attacks, were pretty much prevented and did nothing to me. 4 Ultra Ball, just so I can get my Shamans, my Houndooms out. And I play 2 Shamans so I can accelerate early game. 1 Super just to get energy back, and also sometimes you need an extra Houndoom or Bunny. I play a fairly low count of energy because I don't really need it anymore. What else? I play 2 Team Flare Gun just to slow them down a little bit more. 4 VS Seeker, very standard, of course. 2 Assault Vests, so I can make their attacks do a little bit less damage and make them a little bit scared of playing like special energies, which will slow them down even more. 3 Trainer's Mail just to get the resources I want to get. 1 Xerosic, so I can get rid of like a tool and put a Headringer on there, or to get rid of DCE against like Toad or something like that. 1 AZ just kind of like just acts as like a Super Scoop Up, but I don't get my energy back. But I get to put it back into my hand and heal, so it's good. Anything else I play, just 2 Lysander just to get them out of the active and stall a little bit longer, and 3 Birch just so I can shuffle my valuable resources back into my deck, but also draw around 5.5 cards average. And to finish the deck off, I play 3 Sycamore. You don't need all 4, but 3 is really solid. So this deck is really good as a mill deck in standard. It wouldn't work very well in expanded because of more options, but in standard it does really well. So I thought I would show you guys the best in standard and the best in expanded. Just so you guys can have more options for your favorite mill decks. You know what I'm saying? So I'm playing Dogaki with Fighting deck. This probably means like a Lucario deck or something like that, with Haluchas, maybe Machamp. I expected to see a Psychic for like bats, but no. Alright, I'm gonna start off with a Bunny, and then I have I transmute out to see if I can get an Ultra Ball for Houndoom, and then maybe Shaman later. So, no, I don't want to start with Shaman. And yeah, it's what I expected. It's a Lucario Landers kind of deck. So I'm gonna want to get a Houndoom in here as quickly as possible, so I can't get KO'd very easily, or Headringer, I suppose. So I think I'm gonna go with the Birch because it's my best option for drawing right now, and I can't really play a Shaman, so I'll just Birch. Hoping for Headringer right now so I can slow him down significantly, but I miss it. Alright. So if he gets a fighting energy, he's gonna KO me, which is rather unfortunate, but it's alright. So we passed. Let's see what he can do to us. This Karina. I'm not a huge fan of that card, but it can get you. Ooh, so he plays Marowak Break as well. Really, really interesting deck being shown off today. Alright, so we're gonna see what he gets as his trainer card. A VS Seeker, so he can Karina next turn as well. Alright. So he drops him the Cubone, places a Muscle Band on the Lucario, a Strong Energy, and yeah. So Enhanced Hammer is gonna be very, very good here. I might want to play a Megaphone in this deck, but I could judge here, but if I don't get a Pokemon, I lose. So I'm gonna get a Birch. Hopefully we get heads. I could Sycamore, but that's wasting too many resources, I suppose. Alright, heads. So we whiff everything. Okay, that's game. So I'm gonna concede because I can't win. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing I could have done there. I just got unlucky with it off those 7 cards. No outs, anything. So we're gonna play another game. And of course, sometimes that happens in a Pokemon trading card game. You just get unlucky, you can't do anything, and that's about it. It's a really cool coin. So we're just gonna play another game. Cause I didn't really get to show off the deck very well. But we're making good time anyway, so that's fine. I'm gonna go first. Have a mulligan. And we're gonna see what happens to my opponent. There's no done button. Alright. So I have to redraw my cards. Hopefully this happens soon. And now I can press done. Alright, so I start with Bunnelby. A note is that you should probably almost never use a Solvest on your Bunnelby, because it's super weak and it's probably going to die anyways. Bunnelby is good for forcing like 7 prize games, making them take those extra knockouts, and alright. I think I'll Ultra Ball. Discarding these 2. And just apply a lot of pressure really early. So I do this, throw that on there. Easy. And now you see like he's going to be doing a very, very insignificant amount of damage. Because minus 40 on every attack he does. Because he can't, it's going to be very hard for him to power up an attack without a DCE. So if he's hitting for 180, he's hitting for 140. So he has to get 11 Night Marches in the discard. No, he has to get 10 Night Marches in the discard pile with a Muscle Band for him to knock me out, which makes it increasingly difficult. So Solvest is putting on a lot of work right here, and I think it was a very aggressive play, but very strong at the same time. I could have gone for the Super Scoop Up there, I suppose, and then Sycamore, but no reason, really. I'm in a pretty good spot right now. And also, this deck is really this matchup is really favorable for Night March because they have to mill themselves to get those Pokemon in the discard pile, which is putting myself one step ahead. So, Super Scoop Up, other interesting card to play in the deck. Another Super Scoop Up. I guess with my load, he can play like 4 Super Scoop Ups, but it seems to make the deck inconsistent. So, I have a water weakness. So, yeah, like I said, it's gonna be very difficult for him to do anything. And with him having to be so aggressive to even like get that much damage against me, it seems super difficult for him to win this game. Seems like a really, really good matchup. And he's helping me out right now. He's making my job easier. But what can he do? He has to get those Pokemon in the discard pile and get those energies before I can mill him out. And he's already at around 30 cards, which is half his deck size. So I have like, he's making this job easier and easier for me. And he can't even apply all the pressure he needs to be applying to finally finish me. So I'm going to go for the Super Scoop Up next turn. And if I get a heads, I'll promote Bunnelby and make him take one prize only. Like, whatever. Ideally, I'd have another Houndoom in hand to prevent to prevent it again. Any prizes at all. So he's going to do like a petty amount of damage to me right now. And hopefully I can discard that DC next turn. And he's only at 26 cards right now. So he's trying to go through his deck really quickly. But that's just making it easier and easier for me to win this game. So Tails, Night March for what? Like 60 damage. That was nothing. I'm not even sure if I want to go for the Super Scuba because I did absolutely nothing. On a Crushing Hammer. And do I think he can do 120? That's 3 more Night Marchers. Yeah, I'll be conservative. I'll let him take that one bunny prize. I'll get Tails, so it doesn't matter anyways. Alright, I got a Houndoom. Bunnelby, I'll drop both of those. I'll Trick Shovel, opponent's deck. I'm not sure if I want to get rid of this. Yeah, it's worth it. Sorry, I have a pretty bad cough. So I'm Melting Horn for 2. Get rid of a couple more Night Marchers, but it's fine. I also got rid of a DC. No, I didn't get rid of DC. But yeah, his deck is getting pretty thin already. And I got rid of his DC. He can get it back with my Lodic. In the future, I see like after the next set, I can see Garbodor being placed into his deck as well to be preventing Zoroark's ability, my Lodic's ability, things like that. Buddy Buddy Rescue. Do I have any Pokemon in my discard pile? No, I don't. Not sure what he wants to get back. Maybe my Lodic. Yeah, my Lodic. Alright. So I can get that DCE back. That makes sense. Alright. I think I'm going to Lysander out my Lodic now. Because why not? And I'll promote the Bunnelby to force him to take the most amount of knockouts possible. And what is he going to be a Seeker for? AZ. Sycamore. Is he going to play it? Dang. Wow. That's really aggressive. I think he doesn't. I don't think he knows he's going to deck out. Like, if he's going that aggressive against me, what is he going to do? When I only have like, I only need a couple more turns to mill him out. So this shows like how little options he has, because he has to go really aggro against me, but going aggro is exactly what I want you to do, because you're getting rid of all your cards, which makes it so much easier for me to beat you. He's gonna Night March me for how much damage? Like 120, a pathetic amount of damage. I might even just promote the Houndoom right here. Cause yeah, I'll promote the Houndoom. Seems better at this point. So I'll throw this up here. I could judge, but I'll just Lysander this. Actually, yeah, it's worth it. Melting Horn for 2. Ooh, I don't have an Assault Vest on here, that's kind of bad. But he only has 160 damage in Pokemon right now. Yeah, I'm not sure. I might have misplayed a little bit. VS Seeker for what? What is he gonna VS Seeker for? Sycamore? AZ? Alright, fair enough. Does he even have the knockout? I don't think so. Because he's doing 120 last turn, so that's 160. In retrospect, I would have actually promoted the Bunnelby. That's fine. So, is that a knockout? Alright, I might have miscalculated or something. Alright, so he's getting pretty low now, which just makes me nervous. Transmail? For... Ooh, Super Scuba would have been so good last turn. Think I'll grab a Sycamore. Actually, with that enormous hand, I'm not comfortable with him having such a big hand. I want to judge this turn. So I'll just fail it. Drop another bunny. And judge. I need an energy. I don't know what my outs are at this point. There's 18 cards left. Yeah, I should have promoted more. I have a hammer. Alright. So I'll hammer him. So hopefully it gets heads. Oh, it gets tails. It's really bad. Okay, I'll pass. Yeah. I shouldn't have been so aggressive with my Houndooms. I should have promoted more bunnies and let him take those individual prizes, because now he's 4 prizes up when he shouldn't have been. So that was my fault. This game is still winnable in a sense, but it's going to be really hard. What's gone? Oh, what resources are gone? Ultra Ball, Milotic. Milotic for what? What is he getting back? Easy. I would have actually held that for next turn to see what I was going to do. To see what I was going to do for it. So it seems like that's a misplay, but I'm not sure. DC. Alright. So it's a tricky situation right now. Because I need to Lysander and Judge at the same time. Hmm. I'm gonna burn cards. Super Scuba for no reason. I'll put it down. Judge. Because I can't let him have that DC in his hand if I miss the energy. Oh yeah. Okay, I do have Shamans left. So I'll use those. I don't have Shamans left? Where are they? They must be both prized. Oh, I could use a Super Scuba to... Yeah, it's over. So that was my fault. Do we have time for another game? No, we don't. That's unfortunate, but as you guys can see, if I played that correctly, you guys saw I misplayed, obviously. And I'm still learning how to play this deck optimally, completely optimally. And that's the first time I played against my Lodic matchup with Night March. So what I would have wanted to do is actually use Bunnelby to attack instead of using so much Houndoom. With the Assault Vest is powerful, but without it, it's not very good. So I obviously misplayed, but you guys can kind of see the power of it. He was getting pretty low on cards and low on resources, and he was forcing himself to mill himself out to do these things. So yeah, I misplayed, but could I have won that game? Most likely, yeah. So that's kind of something we learned from this deck. So if you guys want to try it out, you guys can see my list. I'm probably gonna make a new list in like maybe 2 months or so for states, if it's still a viable deck. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.